Testing, 1, 2, testing, testicles, testillion, ratatouille. Wacka, yeah.
The road of all my dreams.
I feel like during some of these stories, it portrays me as an attention whore, and the portrayal would be correct. I love attention, and I'm not gonna lie about it. Now I've kind of like chilled out with it, because I've realized people disappoint me, but you know,
Back in the old days,
I liked attention. And by the old days, I mean like 3 weeks ago. Story number 1. So this has stuck with me because it's probably one of the weirdest interactions I've ever had, and it just
makes me angry, for sure. That would be the best way to describe it.
So there's this kid, and somehow we get set up together by friends because they were like, he's lonely, you're lonely, and I was like, well, who's to say that I'm lonesome? I mean, I was, for sure, but like there's no need. We hang out and go for a walk in public because my mom watches the news for me. Can never trust anyone. We go for a walk, it's fine. We vibe as friends. I don't really feel the romantic spark there. It wasn't doing it for me. We're texting, and out of
No way!
this man says,
I don't want to have sex with you, though.
Anywho, who said anything about coitus? Who said anything about this Punani Dasani being part of your journey? Absolutely not. To me, it's like going up to a nun and being like,
I don't want to have sex with you.
and it's like, yeah, literally me neither. Is he just living his life like automatically assuming that everybody he encounters want to have sex with him? Imagine like at a job interview, he's like, before I accept this job, I'm not trying to have sex with any of you guys. I was so behooved that it was seeping through my pores. But I asked him, why does he feel this way? You know, where is he getting this from? He's like, just the way you're acting. Just the way you're acting. No. No, I don't flirt. I don't act differently when I flirt. So take it how you want. My behavior is how you want to interpret it. So me having a genuine conversation with you and just getting to know you makes you think that I want to have sex with you? And he goes,
Yeah.
and then he retracts his statement and goes,
Oh, no. I read that wrong.
no. And I'm like, you can't be delusional and illiterate. Okay, so at this point, I just leave him unopened because I don't even want to continue this conversation. It's going nowhere. It's unproductive and insulting to me. And then he texts me again. He's like, we can hang out like one more time if you want. You know, I know rejection's hard. And I'm like, this guy, you guys. This fucking guy. He's a good one. He's a keeper. I think I'll be okay. I can assure you, I don't want your seed. Believe it or not, sir! Sir! I don't want your seed. I don't want your seed. Thank you. It's okay. So yeah, you can go to sleep tonight knowing that I will be fine. And yeah, we haven't talked since. Story numero dos. So a little backstory. I had a huge crush on this kid for months. I didn't know his name. I referred to him by the car that I saw him drive in. And I made up this narrative of who he would be, what his family was like. And then once I garnered up the courage to talk to him, I was like, whatever. It's fine. I'm joking. It's just, I over-romanticize someone and I have this hope of who I think that they'll be. And then it never happens. And sometimes when I post something on Snapchat, he'll slide up and say I look nice. What is that about? And actually, no, let me correct. It's not when my face looks good. It's never a selfie. It's when like it's a bikini photo or my ass is in it. And then that's when guys come out of the woodworks and ask you how you are. You post like something with a little bit of cleavage and they're like,
Hey, how are you? We haven't talked in a while. How's your family? How's your mom?
Are you okay? Yeah, if you ever need someone to talk to, I got you, man. Why can't you just be upfront and just slide up and be like, don't try to pretend to care about me right now. I could say whatever and you'd be like, cool. Want to hook up? He slides up and says,
Turn around. I know you're packing.
What in the UPS bafoontery is this? And then I put it together. He's talking about my gluteus maximussolini. My ass. The anal sphincter. Okay, so that was too far, for sure. Fun fact about me, I got a fitus, but that's my secret. And he goes, well, show me your secret. That sentence in itself is contradictory. If I showed you it, it wouldn't be a secret, now would it? It wouldn't be a secret if I showed you it, you
Dirty geese.
So I proceed to respond with this photo. Now, I think this is hilarious. He didn't find it very funny, and that's okay. Not everyone's gonna understand you, and he didn't like that one. But he did send me, like, a few minutes later, just like, a nice photo of his, he was shirtless, and I was like, Okay, that's cool. I'm not gonna put in the effort. I'm not getting out of bed. I do not take photos of my body. Like, I mean, I'll take like bikini photos, but I'm not trying to like, no, absolutely not. I barely know what I look like. When I go in the shower and there's when like I literally take off my clothes and I run past the mirror and go in the shower. We're not about to do that. Absolutely not. So I had in my sticker arsenal on Snapchat, which is mostly memes, I have a sticker of me in a bikini. I was like, okay, whatever, send. He goes,
Come on, I know you can do better than that.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was talking to Simon Cowell. Pack it up, Howie Mandel. I didn't ask. Am I auditioning for you? Am I auditioning? I didn't remember. So I left him on open and we haven't talked since. And we probably won't because that was kind of gross. Story number 3. So this kid, I'm actually like friends with him.
I mean, not like friends, but like we're cool.
Kind of feel bad. But it didn't sit well with me. Okay. So I'm at a party. Imagine me at a party. Rakataka Tiki. Rakataka Tiki. Rakataka Tiki. That's my impression of parties. So I'm in my own world and I go to the couch to make a TikTok. And he invades my personal space. Strike one. He sits like this close to me. He's like on my leg. I'm like, we don't need to be conjoined twins tonight. I'll actually go solo for this one. I don't know. We start talking. Obviously, it's nothing of substance because I don't remember. And he goes,
Can I kiss you right now?
at the time, I've grown from this, thank geese. I felt bad to say no. I was just like, whatever. And like when you close your eyes and kiss someone, you could be kissing literally anyone. So I was like,
Yeah.
we kiss. And then he's like, do you want to go upstairs? And I'm not the smartest, but I know that do you want to go upstairs means coitus that I was not trying to embark on. I say yes though, because again, couldn't say no. Walking up the stairs and I'm halfway up the stairs and I feel like I'm gonna have a panic attack and I'm like, I don't want this. How do I get out of this? So I turn around and I go,
I'm gonna go to my car for an hour.
and this man goes,
Oh, for sure. Can I come with you?
anybody with a hint of knowledge on social cues, a hint of social cues would be like, okay, she's not into this. That happened. And yeah, that's that. Story number 4. Number four. So this was in middle school. This is 8th grade in the beginning of the year. And we got assigned seats. Remember when that was the thing when teachers would control everything down to when we used the bathroom? When we drank water? But anyways, I was assigned across from this kid. We'll call him Alexander. The way it's set up, like we're across from each other, like facing each other. So where the fuck else, except for straight, am I supposed to look? Like, am I not allowed to look forward? Imagine how unnatural it would look if I was like, So of course I am looking forward and he just happens to be in my eye view. And yes, did I think he was cute? Absolutely. I had like a slight, not even a crush on him. I thought he was cute, but I was not staring at him in that way. Like, that is where my seat was. As I'm walking to this specific class, my friend comes up to me and she's like,
Alexander knows you have a crush on him.
and I'm like,
Alexander knows... What?
Alexander knows nothing.
Alexander doesn't know shit! Okay?
I am behooved because this is how the seats were. You're looking at me, I'm looking at you. I could say the same about you. So yeah, he just like told everyone that I had a crush on him and I was so mad. And then I made it a point to like never look straight. Honestly, looking back, maybe I did. And maybe that made me embarrassed. I don't know. But all I know is it wasn't necessary. Okay. And it hurt my feelings. Story number 5. So there's this kid. I don't even know how to describe him as a person. He's interesting for sure. He's the kind of person that would post on his Snapchat story randomly like,
These kids keep praying for my downfall.
and it's like, who are these kids? I don't think anybody is praying for your downfall. I think you're projecting right now. There's some psychology going on here. We're gonna call him mindfuck. We hadn't talked for years, and I mean years. And then he randomly starts texting me, like sliding up on my shit all the time, like calling me cute, asking me all these questions. And then I'm like, whatever. And then the minute that I start to reciprocate, like, oh, maybe, they're like, actually, never mind. It sucks, dude. Like, I think I get offended if someone doesn't fall in love with me because I think I'm funny.
I'm like, guys, I'm literally so funny.
And they're like,
Yeah, there's other shit. And I'm like,
But I'm so funny though. Like, aren't I so funny though?
this kid, we start texting, he chases me down, and Now looking back, I generally think he was using me for rides because he brought up hanging out, and it was like really imperative that I picked him up from this place that was 40 minutes from my humble abode. That's hilarious. I make $11 an hour. Who's gonna pay for that gas? Spoiler alert, I did, because I was a pushover. Didn't know how to say no. So I'm like, yeah, for sure. But in my head, I'm like, whatever. Pick him up, we hang out, and it's like, fine. He's kind of boring. It just didn't really vibe, but like, whatever. He asks to hang out again because even though it was boring, I have this bad habit of being like, well, maybe like, we just need to get to know each other. I'm tired of wasting my time. If I hang out with you once and I'm not laughing my ass off or not doing something fun or worth my time, no, I can't see it through. I'm done trying. And again, I have to pick him up in this fucking place that is 40 minutes away. And mind you, this kid never gave me gas money. Now looking back, I don't know why I didn't ask for it. The problem is self-esteem wasn't part of my storyline yet. That wasn't part of the plot. That comes in like season 6. We're in like season 3 right now. We hang out again, and again, it's like fine. And then he randomly just disappears off the face of the earth. Like, we would talk like all day, every day it was like 3 weeks straight. So I started to get into a routine. Excuse the fuck out of me. Here's the thing. Even if I don't like someone that much, I take ghosting very personally. I take it to heart because it just brings up shit for me. So I was just pissed. I text him and I'm like,
Is everything good? Like, you kind of disappeared.
and he's like,
Yeah, I be doing that sometimes.
are my feelings a board game to you? What the fuck? This is not, no, absolutely not. I'm not a pawn. I'm not a toy. And I am not your chauffeur. But evidently, I was for a brief period of time. And also, your music taste kind of sucks. At this point, if I'm being honest, I don't remember what number we're at. This was actually very recent. I was on FaceTime with my friend, and we hadn't talked in a long time because I am awful at communication. I will disappear for months with no warning. It's a terrible trait of mine, and I'm aware of that. And I genuinely feel so bad, and I want to fix it, but my anxiety gets so bad that I just can't answer people, and it physically pains me to garner up energy to. But enough about me. He FaceTimes me, and I answer, and we're catching up. It's fun and fresh. We're talking. I'm having so much fun. And then somehow we start talking about like looks, attractiveness. And he goes,
Jamishay, you're attractive in the way that everything is almost there, but there's just something not quite right.
Behooverment? Hold your horses. In that moment, I wanted to cry. I wanted to laugh. In that moment, I didn't even know what to do. Don't say that. And then he felt bad. I will never forget that. What does that even mean? It's like a compliment. You're like, oh, wait. Like, I was like, oh, something is not right. So yeah, next story. It's sophomore year of high school. We're in a class and we get paired up in a group. And there's this kid in my group. And somehow this conversation got brought up and we start talking about like bodies, like how many bodies everyone has. And spoiler alert, I'm a Virgil at this point. So we're talking about bodies and I'm just sitting there like, nope. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to go around the table and guess everyone's bodies. I'm nervous. I don't know, you guys. I'm like kind of nervous, but I go along with it because I'm a good actress. So he goes around the table and he looks at me and he goes,
Jamishay. 8 bodies.
What in the octomom? What in the octomom is this? I was offended because at this point in my life, I couldn't even put in a tampon. Like, that's how much of a prude I was. Let me graduate to super before we get into this conversation. And I was like, actually, I'm a virgin. And he goes,
You're too hot to be a virgin.
while I appreciate the sentiment, you had the right energy, I guess. It was a compliment, sort of. Attractiveness has nothing to do with being a virgin. No. Next story. I'm actually... Why do I have so many of these stories? I'm getting concerned. Am I the problem? No, it can never be me. So there's this kid. We meet at like... Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I met him at the first party I ever went to. It was sophomore year and it was New Year's Eve. And I was really upset because I heard that everyone had all like these big plans. And I was literally just gonna like stay at home and watch America's Next Top Model with my mom. Looking back, I would love to do that now. That's probably what I would choose to do now. But at the time, I was like,
Oh, I'm so lame. Like, I just want to go somewhere. I want to be invited.
and one of my friends, he was like,
Oh, I'm having a little thing, like you should come.
I was like, okay. I feel scared. Also because at this point I like was not trying to like drink, do anything. I was just there for the ride. It's way less fun when you're sober at a party because then you're just looking at everyone else ride the wave and you're like, I'm stuck at shore. I'm stuck at shore and I'm pissed the fuck up because all of you guys are having fun and not making sense and I'm just here like, yeah. I go to this party and I meet this kid and he goes to a different school. And anytime you meet anyone from a different school, it's kind of like, whoa, a new person. Because when you live in a small town and you're surrounded by the same people for so long, like anybody that's from a different school, you're just like, ooh, like what are they about? Anyone that you don't know about, you assume the best. Turns out sometimes things don't work out like how you want them to. But you know, tomato. We like are flirting. Ooh, Rakatakatiki. And he asks for like my Instagram. And then he asks for my Snapchat. We start Snapchatting. Everything's like fine at first. He's just asking me what's up. But strike one, he was asking me what's up every 3 minutes. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening in your life that you have a new event every 3 minutes? Like, I'm sorry. You ask me 3 minutes apart what I'm doing, it's the same as 3 minutes before. And if you ask me an hour from now, it's probably the same as an hour before. Some days, it'll just be the same all day, okay? I don't have a grand plan. I'm like, do you know how to have a conversation? Ask me literally anything else. And then he starts like being really manipulative about nudes. Like he wasn't upfront asking. It was like, yeah, I just like wish I got some nudes right now. Like yo, like I just like wish I had some nudes right now though. But like you don't want to send them. No, but like you don't want to send them though. And I'm like, I don't even know how to respond to this. And I think my mistake was, while it made me uncomfortable, I just looked past it. Like I would change the subject instead of right in that moment shutting it down. But it started to get pretty out of hand where that's just like all he would bring up. And it was so passive aggressive too. Like, not that I would send them, but like ask for nudes up front. If you want titty, just ask for titty. Like, I don't know why you have to like make a riddle for it. Say it with thine chest. Say it with thine chest. I sent him this paragraph on misogyny and respect. And he's like,
So sorry. Like, I didn't even know that I was doing that. Like, honestly.
like this whole bullshit apology, and I left it unopened. And now he like occasionally slides up on my stuff and like tries to like sneak his way back in. And I'm like, eh. I should respond with, ugh. Wish this house a mess right now. Last and final story of this series. I've decided this is going to be a series because the list goes on and I don't want this to be like a 40-minute video. I'm going to make a part 2, part 3, part 4. This could go on forever. There's this kid, let's call him Diablo. I didn't think Diablo was that cute, but that's mean. But he said that I was hot. And again, self-esteem was not in the works. We are in like season 2 right now. I think he hit me up because I like told my friend to tell him that I would like maybe answer him. And we start talking, nothing crazy. I think guys assume that I'm catching feelings because I want to have a conversation. That doesn't mean I'm like falling in love with you, dude. I just want to be silly together. Like, boobs and a personality, pick a fucking struggle. We both get invited. It's not like a party, but it's like a sleepover with like 5 to 6 people. Oh wait, I couldn't even sleep over because my mom is very strict. So I just went. We're talking like for like, I don't know, a week. It's not long, but like enough. We're like, if we saw each other, I would hope that you would fucking at least acknowledge my existence. Diego? Was that his name? He will not even like look in my direction. And I'm like, I'm sorry. What? Behoove. I did not tell you what I was doing every night for 7 days straight just for the cold shoulder. That's what we're not gonna do. I like asked my friend, I'm like, what is his fucking deal? Like, why is he not even looking at me?
Well, like, he told me, don't tell him I told you, but like, he told me he was scared that you were catching feelings.
The bafoontery! The bafoontery! What? How was I catching feelings for you? If I was catching feelings for you, don't you think I would come up to you and like try to engage in a conversation? That's where you're mistaken, Diablo. And then I just like stopped talking to him because I was like, this is ridiculous. Have you noticed a theme? Because you think that you're hot shit. And no. So yeah. Those were the stories of straight men having the audacity. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you laughed, cried, whatever feelings this provoked in you. And I'll probably make one soon because I have a whole, it's embarrassing. Like the list just keeps going and it will continue. It will continue because every day I am behooved. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, I guess. I like don't get Twitter. And I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.
The road of all my dreams.
Are my feelings a board game?